microphone is unmuted but has no signal. Hello, everybody. It's been a while since we did the old streamy streams. Let me know if the audio is coming through all right. Connor's just walking straight through the...
Well, forgot the mouse.
You forgot the mouse. Excellent. Love that. How's it going? Talon says, long time no sheep. Yes, that is true. Can I sit down, or am I going to be too short if I sit down?
What if you take the taller one?
Okay. Welcome to Update Stream. It's been a while. Thanks for joining us. I was here today, and it's our last week of the year here. Tomorrow will be the last day, and then everyone has next week off, and then it's into the new year, basically, after that.
Yep.
So we figured we'd do a little update stream, run people through where we're at. We have not done update stream for quite a few weeks because, well, we've been quite busy, actually. And it's busy. It's also the end of the year. Connor's been having a lot of stuff going on. I've had a lot of stuff going on. There's just a lot of stuff happening, and also it being the holidays makes it even busier.
Yeah,
too. I'm gonna take off my.
You look so official.
I'm gonna get undressed.
You look like you were working. You know.
That's because I was working. Yeah, we'll just do a little bit of a recap of 2025 and how it went. Oh God, I'm breaking everything. I went and I grabbed all the things that we did some of the things that we did this year.
Most of the things that we officially released and or fulfilled.
Except for one, which is the Whispers of the Deep thing. But I grabbed that because I don't think we've showed the sample off on stream at all, and I just not wanted to show it off, you know. This year was kind of a really interesting year for us overall. We won't go into like those whole nitty gritty of everything, but it was we kind of set out to do a few things differently. We kind of got into doing some crowdfunding this year, as you are aware. If you are kind of like a long time person that likes to keep up with us, that was a pretty big step for us. Mm-hmm. We've kind of not done crowdfunding for the entire history of this business. And we felt finally that it was time for us to like be able to do crowdfunding and kind of be able to do it right and do it kind of in our own way. And that was really good. We had a lot of success with that.
We have officially, as of today, completed our first crowdfunding in Avalon Rising. That is completely shipped and out the door.
Yep.
So,
yay.
Have the first one under our belt.
Shout out to everyone who backed Avalon Rising.
Yeah.
Also shout out to Talon, who was very diligently shipping for the last few days. So if you're an Avalon Rising backer, you should have a tracking number. If you don't have a tracking number, you can shoot us an email or wait like 24 hours. It should show up. But yeah.
Look at those threats.
Look at that. Wow. Look at that.
They're coming for you.
They're coming for you. We got Avalon Rising hardback book. We got never made a GM screen before.
First GM screen.
Pretty cool.
I could put this up and we could be secretive.
Yeah, we could.
Back here.
Anything could be going on behind this desk.
You don't know what I'm doing.
So yeah, so that was really cool. I realized that today, and funnily enough, we can officially say it's shipped because right before we went live on stream, the UPS truck picked up the last like 20 packages. And they went out the door. So if you are in the US, fingers crossed, you might have your package before Christmas next week, depending.
Very likely.
But depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
If you're overseas, I'd say it'll probably be after Christmas at this point, unless depending on how fast UPS is working at the moment. Spoiler, probably not that fast. So yeah, but just big thank you to everyone who backed that. That was a bit of a personal project for me. It was a hell of a lot of work. It was we originally said it would ship in September of this year, and it ended up shipping. We started shipping in like early December.
It did ship in September of the Saturn's year. Saturn's year is in September currently, so that's what's happening.
In the year of some ancient calendar, we were on time. But yeah, so it was a little bit late, but I think in the grand scheme of things, we're talking about a couple of months late is honestly pretty acceptable considering the quality of the stuff that you'll be getting. I reckon that's pretty cool. Thanks to Matt who wrote Emerald Light. He did like kind of the first draft on that. That was really cool. That's like kind of a really awesome narrative that you can like cinematic narrative you can play through, set in the Jade Palace. And then I did a little happy fuzzy. It was great. So if you like RPGs, if you like sci-fi, if you just like kind of like me and you like buying cool RPG books just to own them, these should be up for resale, like for general sale tomorrow. I'm planning to put them on the website.
And you could pick it up and it'll ship out.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't, I think I have like 20 copies left.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are arriving.
We air shipped the initial batch, but the rest are arriving via boat.
I was like adamant that it would not ship next year. I was like, I want it to ship in this calendar year because any long delay for like the first ever crowdfunding we did, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to start off like that. So yeah, they will not ship out next week. So
that's right. They wouldn't ship.
No one will be here next week.
Listen, I don't know. Time is such a loose construct right now. It is a rubber band.
Is it?
That is constantly snapping.
Maybe for you. I feel like time's pretty.
Did you ever read Slaughterhouse-5?
Nope. I haven't read that.
Pretty sure I wrote it. I just haven't lived that part of my life yet.
Wow. We're getting weird. It's been a long year. So anyway, Avalon's shipped. That's awesome. We did a few other crowdfundings this year. We crowdfunded Don't Look Back. We crowdfunded We Played God, and we crowdfunded Mobile Arms, and those all did really well.
Yeah.
We Played God obviously did exceptionally well.
Exceedingly well.
Kind of blew us all out of the water. People really like dinosaurs, turns out. Who would have thought it, you know? And we're really thankful for that. And if you are a backer of We Played God, we actually delivered the beta PDF to all the backers, and the dinosaur STLs and the survivor STLs, those all went out via DriveThruRPG. If you don't have a link by like end of day Friday, and you know 100% that you should have gotten one of those digital things, shoot us an email. I can kind of chase it down. DriveThruRPG was kind of weird. I sent out, it's like thousands of links to like thousands of people.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like just so many links that the system gets a bit clogged up. But there was definitely a lot of people being like, I didn't get my Survivor STLs, but I definitely needed them. And I was like, it's showing me it sent you a link, but I don't know. So
it is the first time mass delivering on that sort of scale. Been looked at a ton of different options via fulfilling our website and fulfilling through GameFound, and can't fulfill through GameFound.
Yeah, it turns out GameFound doesn't have a digital, like a built-in digital distribution thing, which BackerKit does have, which I use to do Avalon's digital stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why we use DriveThruRPG, because it was like a one-click thing.
What we thought was a one-click thing.
Well, it's more just like I copy paste a list of emails and it's like I click a button, whereas some of the other options were going to be a little bit more complicated. And I was like, I just wanted to get stuff out before Christmas. It was really important to Doug and I to get people the STLs and the beta. If you have the beta and you want to give us some feedback, do it in the Discord. We're more than happy if you notice any random typos. We've already had a few notes from some people. People have spotted some minor errors. Even with all the editing in the world, things always slip through, and that's just part of being a team of humans and not computers.
If you know, editing sidebar, I was working on RS3 in InDesign, which is what we use for layout, and the Control F function in InDesign is the most worthless Control F function.
Oh, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I do not understand. I was just checking for capitalization of the word hazard. And would I sit there, I don't understand how it prioritizes the order, because it started at the top of the document, I went all the way through, and then it went back to the top of the document.
Dude, you're now learning all of my frustrations.
Like, oh, cool. I went all the way through the document. They're all capitalized. And then I kept hitting next, and I was like, funny. No, I only went through it like, you have to go through like 5 times. Eventually, it's like search completed. You do another search, more come up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so sometimes spelling errors and things slip through.
Oh, it's so easy. Like, I'm sure even in Avalon, which had like 3 or 4 editing passes, there was the original QuickStart, which was done by Tim, and then new guy Josh did the core, and then Doug ended up doing another whole pass on it. I did multiple passes. We sent the beta out, and I'm sure there's still...
Control
random
F
things.
doesn't. No, it was within the same paragraph. It may go through layers. It may do like Control F the first layer, Control F the second layer, but within the same, like, what do you call it?
Oh, it'll find the word at the beginning of the document and then it'll skip like to the end or something.
But then go back to the beginning. But it's in the same thing as the first one.
That's Adobe for you. But anyway, if we play God, you got some stuff. Enjoy it. The book also has like a beta PDF for all the classified entries. Do not just read that start to finish. I put a warning at the beginning. Just Control F and find the number you need.
Unless you're using Adobe InDesign. In that case, Control F is not going to find the number you need.
And that'll be, you'll know. Once you start sitting down to play, you'll figure out how the classified entries work. There is a narrative that Doug has very thoughtfully and carefully crafted around the game that I think is going to be very enjoyable for you to play. So it's an intentional part of the game. So play it, and I guarantee you will really enjoy it. But so yeah, we played Gods, doing great. RS3 is Connor and I actually took all the photos for the book today.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chromatic. She painted 40 astronauts for us, which was really cool. So we had a bunch of fun taking some photos for that. We should have the beta ready for that before the end of the year, hopefully.
Yeah, digital beta.
Yeah, the digital beta. Yeah,
we'll push the digital beta out very soon. We just have to get the photos in at this point.
Yeah, which I should do over the weekend. So.
Last minute thing, table of contents, I think.
Yeah,
is the last thing that needs to be built out, and then digital beta will be pushed out, and people can read it and find all the things I could not find with Control F. Use Control person who bought the game telling me it's wrong.
Yeah, both. We played God and Luna RS3. We had some really amazing like playtesters for that.
Yes.
So big shout out to all of you who definitely. I mean, it's very writing games. Anyone who has tried to write a tabletop game will know it is they're very complicated, and it's very easy to sit down and write a draft of a game. It's really hard to take your first draft and polish it just by yourself. You really need playtesters and people that aren't you to help you do that.
Yeah.
And so it's really helpful when people just are really enthusiastic and just like want to help, which is great. Because I think it just makes for a better product in the end. So thanks a bunch to anyone this year who playtested any of our games. It was honestly, we cannot thank you enough.
Yes.
So and then what else we got outstanding? Oh, TNT, the new TNT expansion. I have started the layout on that, so that is definitely in progress. We are estimating an end of January, early February delivery timeframe for that. That seems like it still should be pretty accurate. Once we get into the new year, it'll sort of depend on how fast. Those will be printed most likely here in the States, so the turnaround on those should be pretty quick.
We have the Don't Look Back box, which is in production.
Yep.
We have the Mobile Arms box,
which is we're actually about to pay like the first amount of money for those
for tooling and
like
molds and all
that
that stuff. It's been interesting this year. It has a lot of with these crowdfunding with these larger scope projects. We started with like the plastics, which was a single sprue of plastic. And then like, okay, let's get a box, and then we need to do bases for it. And like that was like figuring out, oh, we have 20,000 bases that need to be packed into groups of 10. We'll talk about that. Like that was the thing we had to figure out.
Yeah.
But now we're also in the throes of, okay, we're going to do the Don't Look Back box where we need these miniatures and all these quality control things. And now the Mobile Arms is we need really big miniatures because the mechs are a lot bigger, and that comes with its own constraints. So it's been a nice little stepping stone as far as those bigger projects are going.
Yeah, I mean, long term, we really want to do more like boxed games. And obviously, the only place we can make those is in China or outside the United States. It's really interesting because like the Luna 4-box we make in house.
Yeah.
We bring all the components in, and we make some of them, and now it has a plastic sprue, and we pack those in the US. So that's like, although some of the components are made outside the US, it's a US made product essentially. There's a bunch of our books that we print here in the US. So as far as comparing us to other businesses, we do a pretty vast majority of things in the United States.
Yeah.
But things like the DLB box, the Mobile Arms box, when you're dealing with PVC minis and really professionally finished, boxed, all that kind of stuff, board game finishes, you've got to go outside the US for that.
Unless the project hit like, $50 million.
I mean, we always say if someone wants to send us an email and give me like $2 or $3 million, I will gladly set up like a full plastics factory, a full board game factory.
Maybe a few more than 3 million, but
yeah, I mean, sure, maybe
start.
Put a 0 on the end of that.
We won't pay you.
Let's
back.
do it. I mean, that'd be great. But I mean, that's not going to happen because for a lot of reasons. So
got to fulfill a lot of things in the middle of those projects, though. This is
let's start at the beginning of the year.
Oh,
Plastics was like our first major release for this year.
Yeah.
Wait, did we do those at the end of last year?
We did those over the summer. No.
Summer last year.
Lunar Solo was summer last year. Plastics was early this year.
And then we shipped them. I sculpted them. We tested them. We had them made in Poland. They shipped us 5,000 sprues, and we have another 5,000 sprues currently on the way too.
Yeah.
And the sprues were made in Poland, and the boxes were printed. I can't remember where I printed the boxes actually. We packed the bases. Talon packed 1,000 bags of 20 bases with Connor's handy base packing machine.
Sounds right.
And now we have
Plastics.
thousands of these boxes. We just did it. We shipped it.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who pre-ordered this. By the way, I've been seeing some people building plastic astronauts, which is really cool.
Face down plastic astronaut. Special shout out.
Yeah,
Face down ones were
yeah.
incredible.
If you're watching, that was very smart. There was some things that we did in 2024 that ended up shipping early this year. So like we did the Titanic RPG, which is part of Black Friday last year, and that shipped part of the like Fat Turkey bundle. This has a lot of dust on it, so that's cool. It's a little like actual Titanic RPG.
That one was in the Titanic.
Yeah, it was
We pulled it up and just stole it. Blackside Studios actually existed. It was started
very
on the Titanic.
old company. Hametsu season 1 also. That shipped this year, right?
The Hametsu season 1 shipped
This
this
is crazy. Full expansion, and then the Musashi book as well as all the minis.
All those kappas.
Look at this. We did TNT 2nd edition. Shout out to Doug for Hametsu. Shout out to Joey for TNT.
Mm-hmm.
This hardback book is still honestly one of my favorites that we have done. This turned out really nice.
You had the fresh opening on that right there.
Yeah, I know.
You could hear all the pages like
this is literally fresh. So shout out to Joey. That went out. We did this zine, I think. I can't remember. We did Lunar RS2 solo rules.
Yeah.
Which looks just like a Mylar bag, but there's a bunch of cool stuff in here.
Yeah. There's some tokens and some cards and a sheet and
Smells
a book.
good. Smells delicious. We did DLB Curse Crate for Halloween, which these got made and shipped. So these are awesome. We actually haven't even put these up for sale yet.
I was just sitting there like, oh man, those things released and shipped so much faster than things normally do.
Yeah.
I completely had forgotten about
We
them.
did Whispers of the Deep, which hasn't shipped yet, but the factory is literally about to finish this run. And then we are gonna, we're pretty sure. I need the final quote, but we'd like to air freight enough copies just to make sure that this fulfills in early January or by the end of January.
Look at those colors.
Look at this little book.
Look at it. Look at it.
Crazy.
Look at it.
Awesome. I actually am really happy with how this turned out. There's a lot of I did a few different things with this game that
I never saw the final mushroom art.
The final mushroom.
Yeah, I was scrolling through the like sneaky peek. There's like a mushroom tree.
Mushroom tree.
Yeah, he made like a
Oh,
mushroom
like
tree.
this thing?
Yeah, look at that guy. Look at that.
It's a mushroom.
Look at that mushroom tree.
I've still got a few digital things I need to fulfill for that. A few stretch goals. I actually almost accidentally left out the ribbon, which was a stretch goal for that. And then I messaged the factory. I was like, "Is it too late to add the ribbons to all the books, and they were like, "No, we can do that." And I was like, "Thank God!" That would be really embarrassing if I left the ribbon out.
We just would ship a ribbon, right?
Yeah. Here, I didn't say the ribbon was going to be in the book.
It's not just.
So yeah, I mean, this is just a small. This doesn't include any MDF we released. This doesn't include STLs that we released. It's a lot, and sometimes it's really important to take stock of like what we actually get accomplished in a year. It's really easy for Connor and I to be like, "Oh, we're stressed about this. We're stressed about sales. We're stressed about other random stuff, tariffs and all this kind of stuff." But like, this is a lot of really cool product that we got done and we shipped.
And there's a lot of other projects that happened at the same time.
Yeah, so. I mean, there's also just like day-to-day business stuff. And I mean, all of this stuff exists because like people pre-order it and they buy it and they enjoy it. Mm-hmm. They tell their friends they enjoy it. Their friends buy it. I mean, it's like we can make this stuff, but at the end of the day, we would probably only make like 5 or 6 if no one bought it. So the fact that we're able to make so many of them and we're able to be in business and do all of these things is because we have a lot of really good customers that just like what we do, you know, and they just like the games that we make and the products that we make. So it's really important to acknowledge that. You know, it's really important for us as well it's important for all of our staff as well. And yeah, so thanks for a great year. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks to all the writers that we work with. You know, they have a never-ending cascade of really great ideas. Yeah. And as we've kind of been growing as a business, doing more publishing, we're realizing we can't do every single game in the universe at once. We've got to like space ourselves out a little bit. So what's some stuff for 2026 maybe? Let me give you a bit of an intro to 2026. So, we've got a list of new games for 2026 that will include a lot of the things that we're already good at doing. I have 2 things to show off. That I'm not going to give you exact time frames. One of them is Matt Burns' new game, which I have a cover to show off.
No.
Show it now. Whoa, look at that. Outlaws.
You just put it over my face.
The Curse of Sherwood Forest. This is Matt Burns' new game. He's been working on this for a little while. And I'm personally very excited. I would say both of these games will be released in the first half of 2026. So these are our 2 kind of first half projects. It's a really cool grimdark retelling of the Robin Hood lore. If you've played one of Matt's games before, he's very good at writing narrative games and games that have this like emerging narrative that you can play through. And this is kind of being, you know, no different to that. We are planning to crowdfund Outlaws. So we will most likely not release this until at least one more of our crowdfunding projects has shipped. Yeah, that'll most likely be We Played God at this point, should ship before the other 2. So we're probably talking about, you know, April, May, June, that kind of time frame, depending on what happens with. That's kind of the rule that we want to try and stick to as a business, and we'll see if we can. Obviously, we'll need to keep releasing new things and keep the engines running here at the business, but that kind of sort of gives you a bit of an idea. Matt and I, what's going to be different about this is for Outlaws, Matt and I are putting together essentially like a quick play version of the game that we want to put out for free. Like as soon as it's ready, we're going to get it out. We're going to do some minimal editing on it, but what we want to do is we want to get people playing the game, because a lot of the miniatures that you'll need for this, we want people to just kit bash and like build whatever they want. Like kit bash their own miniatures. It's like historically, Dark fantasy is what
Yeah.
Matt kind of keeps calling it. And it's like dark fantasy mixed with like the Robin Hood lore. And so we want people to kit bash their own miniatures and have a lot of fun doing that. And we really want to just like get the game out there before we even think about crowdfunding it, so we can kind of get feedback and just have people playing it. And it's really the best play testing possible. But instead of just putting out a Google Doc, which is what we've done in the past, and be like, oh, please play test this, I'm just going to put it in some simple layout, and we're just going to like put it out there.
Yeah.
So if you think if you like Robin Hood, if you like dark fantasy, if you like really good narrative games, things like Rangers of Shadow Deep, that kind of stuff, I think that this will definitely be your kind of game. And keep an eye out in the Discord in the coming weeks.
Yep.
Early next year, try and get that quick start ready. And I'm really excited for it. Matt's been super just like, he's funny, like when we kind of sort of started talking about this project, he's been like really into it, you know, and it's like he's like very inspired right now to work on this. So it's been really fun. So Outlaws is coming next year by Matt Burns. I'm also working on a new game.
Look at that transition. You ready for this one?
Yeah, so this game is one that I'm writing, and it's actually based on the same system that Whispers of the Deep kind of uses. Whispers of the Deep, funnily enough, is like almost like an extract game where you got to collect treasure and try and escape from the depths of Tolkis. It's going to be a bit less like that, but I'm using the same dice system. It's going to be really gritty, grimdark, space fantasy. And some of the inspirations for this actually came from this box right here. So when you buy a copy of Cosmica, you're going to get a sprue of astronauts. And I realized when I was working on Cosmica, I was like, you know, why would I do miniatures for this? I just want people to kit bash these plastics. Yeah. We have thousands of sprues of these plastics. You know, let's just like, if someone pre-orders the book, they literally will just get a sprue and they can kind of just like go nuts. Oh, I didn't bring my little miniatures.
You were kit bashing some miniatures.
I literally sculpted some fun parts, and then I was kit bashing some stuff. It's really low model count, probably like 2 to 3 models per side. And the way it's kind of constructed at the moment is you have these guys called boilers, which go into like derelict space hulks and try and get like scrap and other useful things, and then you can kind of craft them into better weapons. You can augment your weapons with that kind of stuff. There was a few things that didn't make it into Whispers of the Deep that I'm wanting to do with Cosmica. I'm planning to use a similar grid-based inventory system, but it's not going to be as integral to the game. But then also you'll have a robot that comes with you as well, which will help you carry stuff and also help you combat other boilers. So I'll be showing off some things over the holidays because I'm going to be working on it on my little holiday break. So that's Cosmica. These are both digital mock-ups. I have no idea if this book is going to end up being landscape. I already can feel Connor's wrath coming at me for it being not the standard size that we use. But you know, it's just like,
I just want all my books.
So it's the same size, it's just flipped.
Yeah, but I just want them to line up. I just want all my books to line up.
We'll see. I'm messing around with it. If that kind of thing bothers you immensely, let me know, and I might just ignore you, you know, and just do whatever I want.
And then you can start calling yourself Connor. That's what happens over here.
So that's going to be Cosmica. Should be a very early next year thing, end of January, early February. I am planning it as pretty limited in scope, and I would love to actually have it for sale at Adepticon. That's kind of my goal. So whether it ends up being a hardback book, whether it ends up being a softback, I'm not 100% sure. It'll depend on kind of how big the game ends up being. Printing hardbacks in the States is possible, but it's expensive.
Yeah, and it really, volume is...
And the quality is maybe not as good too. So
it's a real bummer. All around, it's a bit of a bummer.
yeah, people are like, oh, that's a break. You see, that's your Christmas break. Every year at Christmas, I do some project that is like, like different for me.
You get to do your own stuff.
I get to do my own stuff.
Yeah.
No one can tell me what to do. So that gives you a bit of an idea, a bit of a teaser for what's coming early next year. There is a whole bunch of other projects. One of the other really big ones that I'm hopefully going to get over the line next year, which I'll talk about, is Luna RPG, the tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
I have been noodling away on this for a while. I think I have the system figured out. I really want to do a big hardback book for Luna RPG that's just like full of tons of narrative. People can still use their minis from Luna. They can, it's got all the same like world and everything for that, but it's just like a tabletop RPG. I'm just trying to figure out like how deep I want to go into like the gravity mechanics and all that kind of stuff. That is also something I would really like to crowdfund too. So if we do that, it'll probably be...
That'd be a summer project.
Summer project. And it's also something maybe we don't crowdfund. I don't know. Who knows? We don't have to crowdfund everything, but it is nice when we crowdfund stuff and we sell more of it.
Yeah, it is nice.
So that's about it. If anyone has any questions about this year or anything that you want to throw at us, let us know. We have a few other projects in the works for next year too. I know Doug's working on some new Hamamatsu stuff. The event for Adepticon next year went live. Yep. I forget the name. Doug might be able to drop it in chat, but he's working on that.
I have a handful of new writer projects that have been toiling away in different capacities of different media and formats and things. Have those also.
Yeah. Next year is going to be, every year we try and change something and do something slightly different with the business.
So next year we're going to be releasing our shoes.
Shoes?
Shoes.
Black size shoes.
Black size shoes.
It's going to be limited drop, 1 of 1, and
you only get the left ones.
Yeah.
The right ones will come at a later date, probably. Crowdfunded.
Yeah, each side, left and right, is crowdfunded separately. So you have to try and back it. Yeah. No, I mean, we've got, the thing is we've always got all this stuff cooking away. And the reason why we do that is like things will get to the point where we're like, okay, this is now ready. And we can kind of give it a release date. Same with independent writer projects. At this point, we have a lot of amazing writers that we work with. They're they're all friends of ours at this point. So we're not really like taking on a lot more other new writers. There's a couple that you may see next year, but we're kind of just taking our time and like doing the things that we're really good at and working with people that we know and that we really vibe with, and it's like that's kind of just how we like things at this point. So yeah, we've got. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can tease for next year. There's some stuff, but it's too early. It's too early,
Yeah, you don't want to commit to anything.
When will the buildings for We Play God be ready? Do you mean the STLs? Or do you mean the MDF? If it's the MDF, that's not going to be shipping with the other stuff. If you mean the digital STL files, those I'm hoping to get ready over both. Well, the digital STL pack probably be ready over the holidays, early January. The MDF's not going to ship until the crowdfunding ships. So
Gold Reaper 5 production.
Gold Reaper 5.
As in...
Oh, like
where is it in the production queue?
Gold Reaper 5. Good question. Doug might be able to tell you that. It's in the queue. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have, unless it's actively out there right now.
Whoa. Ron Purvis says, I've printed all the STLs you just released. Every dinosaur? You've already printed all of it? That's crazy. Your printer must be just like going mad. That's a lot of stuff to print.
That is a lot of, unless he has a really big printer.
Yeah.
He just printed all at once.
His printer's like garage size.
He's
He's actually printing 1:1 scale dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are back. Yay. Yeah, life finds a way. A Saturn 8K. Is that the big one?
No. I mean, it's not small, but...
Are the dinosaurs coming to the site after the crowdfunding is done? The STLs will. We're not going to be selling physical dinosaurs. It's just going to be digital only. The only thing that I'm considering down the line is if We Play God continues to be really successful and people really like it, I like the idea of maybe doing some dinosaurs in like PVC or something, and just trying to get them like really low cost, really
as one part as we can, in a good quantity.
So that's the only thing we've kind of kicked around and talked about. But I think just like being able to print, it's going to be a permapack. So anytime I release a dinosaur, I'm just going to throw it into that bundle, and anyone who backed it on the website on the crowdfunding will just get like the new dinosaurs. Anything new coming for DLB? Actually, there is something coming for DLB, which I guess we could.
You want to tease it?
We
don't have like any images.
I wonder if Matt would. Okay, so there's a new era expansion for DLB coming, which should be early next year. Matt is working on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's different from 1698. So what Matt wants to do is explore a few different eras and how they link into like, the wider narrative about DLB. So this is one we've kind of kicked around for a little while. So yeah, there's definitely a new era expansion. If you liked 1698, it's going to be of a similar vein. It just will be in a different time period. So it should be fun. So yeah, and we've got a few of those planned. So might be like a 1 a year thing. Mm-hmm. Any word on the lunar zombies too? Is that a thing?
I mean, there's like dead zombie packs.
I don't know if we ever spoke about lunar zombies.
We've talked about them, but not as like a product.
Yeah. You don't need us to. You can just buy the plastic kit and buy a plastic zombie. That's all you need. Yeah, there's plenty of DLB stuff to come, and obviously, it should go without saying, like, the original time frame for the DLB crowdfunding to ship, I think we said was like July.
Yeah.
But whether that slips or not, if you remember our updates from when all the tariff stuff was happening, we basically held off paying any money to the factory until we knew what was going to happen with the tariffs, which has meant that probably things have gone into production a month or so later than they should have.
Yeah,
I would say maybe 6 weeks later.
Yeah.
So if it's late shipping next year, it's probably only going to be late by a month or two.
The factory's been pretty snappy once they get started into production.
Honestly, I cannot fault them at all. They've been incredible to work with.
So it'll be interesting even with the delay, it still has a good chance of
I'm still finishing off the booklet and some of the card art and stuff like that, getting very close. But really for us, it was like, we just kind of had to put the brakes on some stuff because we were like, when all of that tariff stuff was happening, now obviously things have settled down. Whether or not they stay like that, who knows?
More settled.
We didn't want to go and send a bunch of money and kind of just be locked into a certain manufacturing situation. Yeah. But now we feel a bit more comfortable. If you read the updates, all the miniatures are in production now, the molds are made, so we've got things moving for that, which is good. So
the RS3 stretch goals, it did come with a resin sprue that had, I think you had 2 of the busted astronaut heads on.
Oh, there was a couple. Yeah, there was a couple of those. Yeah,
maybe 3.
Yeah.
So that's probably what you were thinking of. But that should have come with your RS, or that should have.
It came with a couple of zombie heads. Yeah.
Yeah, that should have come with your plastics if you ordered it. Could you order just the book? No.
Yeah.
You could?
So. Yeah.
Okay, so RS3 will be like we mentioned at the beginning. I don't know if you were here. I think you were. Digital will be going out very soon, and then people can play it over the break, and we'll be getting it into print early next year once we get back.
Yep. And just to wrap up, if you've pre-ordered Whispers of the Deep, this should be finishing production at the factory within the next. I'm expecting to get a notification like Monday, Tuesday next week that it's done. Certainly by the end of next week. I don't know how much Christmas interrupts stuff over in China. It's obviously different to here, but I'm sure they have some type of holiday break. But the plan is that we're going to get a quote on how much it's going to cost to like air freight, like 120 books or something, and then just like be able to ship them out really soon. And then the rest will ship via like ocean freight.
Yeah.
Probably end up in the Atlantis somewhere.
Yep.
Great. Well, thanks again for a great year. I cannot stress that enough. It's been a really good year. Thanks to all the staff out there. Big shout out to all those wonderful people who work really hard to cut all the MDF and pack all the resin and, you know, doing all the stuff. Shout out to the writers for writing cool stuff.
Yep.
And to you guys for buying all the stuff too.
Yep. It's a nice little ecosystem.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be a part of.
Yeah. 2026 should be fun. It's going to be interesting to see what other curveballs we get next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows? Every day is different.
Yeah.
Great. We'll see you next year. Have a good holidays, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.